All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they give una hot updates on how things they be for Biafra land, on anything with the sup. Always know that we'll be here to give you straight up how it's happening. Okay, the latest one with the buzz range coming from the PM Ekpa after recently it was released into public that 27 kidnappers, yes, in quotes, ESN members that are loyal to Simon Ekpa were killed by security operatives. Yes, my people, this is the latest news and that came up. And of course, we know how things are whenever this kind of news comes up. Now, it was seen, PM Ekpa, Simon Ekpa saw this and was like, and decided to react to it immediately because, of course, this is not true. And he debunked it with immediate effect. And the next thing, this is what he said. He says here that disregard this criminal in former Enugu, there is nothing like an ESN. If they have killed innocent Biafrans for propaganda, we will retaliate heavily. And they will feel the forces of Biafra in Enugu in a few days. And people, this is just the truth. Right from time when PM Ekpa came back, I think he dissolved. There was a dissolving of the ESN, Eastern Security Network. Yes, there was a dissolving. And ever since then, he has been announcing that there is no ESN. He has said this several times. But each time these people, to push their propaganda and to push whatever it is within their mind, they would come out and say, oh, that there is an ESN, or that they killed ESN members, or that they found ESN members kidnapping or killing their own people and stuff like that. They would always wake up and say things like this. But whenever the PM sees this, he would always come up and say, oh, what people are saying is not true because I have dissolved the ESN. What we have is the Biafra Liberation Army. Yes, and he still mentioned it here. Let me go on. He says here, all the command of the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, and the Biafra Navy in Bakassi are intact. Of course, none of our fighters are missing. But if this is true, this means that there are innocent Biafrans that have been slaughtered by the terrorist state in Enugu. And we will hit you very hard in the coming days because, of course, there will be an investigation that will be taking place. That is what this particular talk means. The PM is going to put into investigation concerning the fact that they have released that, in quotes, they have sent some men, ESN in quote, according to them, to judgment. And if they are actually men that were sent to judgment, that means these people have sent innocent Biafrans to judgment, and they are going to feel the heat in the coming days. This is what the PM is saying. He said, is it on record that even in former Abia state, that the terrorist police Nigeria are shooting each other, thinking they are shooting non-existent ESN? Because there is no ESN at all. They have been dissolved. And he said here that what we have is the Biafra Liberation Army. Any day you announce you have killed the Biafra Liberation Army, I will take you seriously. For now, we'll investigate and we'll revenge if Biafra find out that there have been innocent Biafrans have been killed for this propaganda. Yes, my people, we know that whatever propaganda that they want to push, they would always find a way to hold down or whatever it is to pull their sources. Also, the Biafra Prime Minister will be having a joint media interview, of course, soon. Just get ready for it. Everything that he is doing, as we all know, is to push for the movement of the Biafra the Biafra freedom. Nothing is going to stop us. There is nothing to actually think about because anything that we do here is for the benefit of the Biafra Liberation Army. Okay, again, of course, there have been a video has been released, and in this video, young boys are lying lifeless. And the PM has commented on this. He said that these people are people. Okay, let me read it. He said this is the work of the HQ Nigerian Army against Nigerian people, against Biafra people rather. The extrajudicial executions by the Nigerian Army. Another massacre of Obibi, Ubiruru, Ihite, Uwe in Olu, Uku government area of Imo State, youths by the Nigerian military. These unarmed young men walking home and going about their business were shot dead by soldiers for committing no crime. This is what has been happening a while now in Olo, which is the truth. It has been happening consistently, and Nobody is taking note of it. Under Tinubu's regime, this particular genocide is happening. Genocide is happening under Tinubu's regime. Let the world take note. Oh. Let the world take note. Because when the time will come, when there will be a full-time retaliation on these people, let them not cry. Let them not. Killed by Fulani headsmen, 15 others missing. It is not a joke. The fact that this set of things keep happening, and they feel that they can get away with it, because it is what they think. They feel they would be able to like get away with every single thing they do. Is very outrageous. Now they are suffering for the consequences. They are suffering for the consequences of the things that are happening to them. He says here that trouble is brewing in Delta State after the bodies of policemen killed by Fulani herdsmen were discovered. A collaborative effort between security forces and local vigilantes resulted in the retrieval of deceased police officers' bodies belonging to the IRT Abuja PMF 51 Ogara and Anti-Kidnapping Squad Asaba. So these are the set of people that their bodies were found recently that were killed by Fulani herdsmen. And they are still keeping these people in their stead. They are still keeping this set of people in their stead. And that is why we can never allow them to encroach into our own land. They have already encroached. They have started entering. But we will not allow them to do that anymore, because the more they encroach, the more they enter into our land, the more they take over and want to feel that they have something they need to do in our place. And we will not let them have that. Yes, we can never let them have that. Okay, it continues. The recovered corpses of the officers have been deposited at Mariri Central Hospital morgue in Ugili, disclosed a senior security source at the Delta State Police Command, speaking on the condition of anonymity. The recovery operation, conducted in Ugili North local government area of Delta State, followed extensive search efforts in the forest on both Sunday and Monday. So these people have been missing for some time. On January 24th, 2024, 3 officers, all inspectors, were dispatched to the Ororo community in Ugili North, Delta State, in response to a distress call made by an individual named Moses Progress. The distress caller alleged an attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, leading to the officers' deployment. Tragically, they never returned, and with their fate shrouded in uncertainty. So they called these people and they sent only 3 police officers instead of them to send a full squad to go and handle these people. Fulani herdsmen normally move in bulk, and you sent only 3 people. What do you expect? Of course, they have taken them down. Although the police authorities in Delta State have remained silent about the incident, a group of local vigilante members discovered the bodies of some of the slain officers. The report continued. Operation Huts belonging to the suspected killer Fulani herdsmen were demolished, and 6 corpses were found in the Agadama bush, while the whereabouts of the 15 others remain unknown. Regarding the discovery, the anonymous security source further elaborated. They spent over 3 hours at the hospital morgue during the documentation before being attended to at Ugili Central Hospital. Another source, when queried, mentioned no details yet, and I will get back to you as we progress, indicating ongoing investigation into the matter. My people, this is what it is, and this is what things would always end up to be, so far as it concerns the Fulani herdsmen being allowed to encroach, because these Fulani herdsmen, they are trouble. They are full-time trouble. And the earlier we get to find out that these people do not have a place with us, and they can never have a place with us in the southeast, I don't care about wherever they are, in Abuja or wherever, those people, they can allow them encroach into their land. But in our own land, Abia State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and the rest, we are not allowed to let them in. We cannot let them in. If not, we risk losing lives of maybe innocent farmers, innocent people that are around. And that is the reason we must avoid
we must avoid anything that will allow us calm down when we see them encroaching or entering into our land. We cannot do that. We cannot let them do that. And so because of that, we'll always be at alert to make sure that they do not encroach into our land to do things that are not that to do things that would cause mayhem or trouble in our society or in our community. And yes, we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.